Hi there everybody, it's Verity here from inkandbutterfly.com. Thank you so much for joining me today for another card making video. We are going to use the Sunset Coast dies today to create a version of this card. Isn't it sweet? I love this lighthouse. It's really cool. So obviously I've gone with a silhouette on this one, and I'm going to use these cool papers as well. So I'm not really a DSP person, but we're going to go with it today. So this is Sunset Coast. Okay, got birds and some seashells in there, little boat. We could have used that as an alternative. You can mix and match these as you want, and this is a really cool shape as well, and they're quite large dies as well, so really awesome. And I think this netting's quite good too. I think nice texture and everything on there. We'll use banner sayings for the sentiment. So I chose "I'm here for you" because obviously a lighthouse leads the way, doesn't it? So they are there for the sailors. And this is the Scenic Coast 6x6 Specialty Designer Series paper. So there are several designs in here, but they all have this I don't know what you would call that. Do they call it iridescent foil? There's like this shimmer on it. I'm hoping that the camera picks that out. Okay, where the sun shines on the sea. So you've got these wonderful sort of abstract sort of skyscapes across the sea. They're really awesome. Okay, and then there's this one. Okay, so really cool. This is the sheet that I'm going to use for the demonstration today. It's a different one to this one, so there's loads to choose from. You can just sort of mix and match. Okay, so this is what we're going to use. So yeah, so create the panel and just that lovely silhouette. So it's going to be nice and simple, nice and simple. So this is actually pumpkin pie that I've matted this on, just to bring out the orange in the sun there. For this one I'm actually going to use blueberry bushel, which is the blue listed on the actual pack that coordinates, but you can see like there's navy in here, there's secrets, you know what I mean. You could really pull out some different colours. There's strawberry slush in the sky and a bit of like highland heather and stuff. So it's a really cute. Oh, I didn't show you the back. The back I've got like all these different patterns on as well. So if you didn't want the seascapes, you could go with something else as well. Okay, so let's crack on. So we're going to need to trim down the DSP, and obviously this is too tall for a card, so we are going to trim this down. So first of all I'm going to deal with the width. Okay, so I want the lighthouse to kind of sit towards this side really, so we see the sun. Okay, so I'm going to flip it round, and I'm just going to cut it at 4th just for the minute, and then just see how that looks, which gives us this nice strip that we could use for something else, right? But what I want to be able to do is work out exactly where this is going to go, so to work out whether I want to cut more off this side or that side basically. So I think I'm going to cut off from this side now, and we're going to take this to 3.5. So we're cutting our layers half an inch smaller than they should be. Okay, so normally we'd cut this to 5 3/4, but we want it to be 5 1/4. So I think we will just take it from the bottom, just so that we've got a nice even amount of. That's a cool little strip with the foil on it. So we'll make it that size. Okay. Now what I've already done is hopefully cut a layer of black just to coordinate with that silhouette. So this is just 1/8 of an inch taller and wider. Okay, just to make that sit on there. So we'll layer that up right now just with some seal. Okay, a little bit down the edges, and we'll line that up and like so. Just make sure those borders are nice and even. The dark edge probably won't show too much, but this bright edge will, so get that nice and straight. So we'll pop some more tape on there and pop it onto our card base, and make sure the sun's in the sky and not in the base. There we go, just line those up, get those borders nice and even. So that black is really subtle around the edge, but I think in real life it really makes a difference. Okay, really simple look to that. Okay, all right. So I've just made sure that that fits the card a little bit better rather than having it offset. So we're just going to die cut the lighthouse now. This square is 3 inches across, 3 square. So we'll just run that through the die cutting machine. Okay, and we'll just lift that away. And there'll be a few little pieces that you need to just poke out a little bit, so we'll just make sure those are out. Let's find a scrap of paper to collect those onto so I don't have to clear the desk. So the little windows all pop out. Then we've got some decorative elements, well, I say decorative, some details, that's what I meant, details to make it look like a rugged coastline there. And that's our beautiful what's that called, lighthouse silhouette. Okay, right, we're going to pop this up. So we're going to use some black Stampin' Dimensionals. So these corner pieces are just about big enough for a larger one of these. We'll pop those in there, and then we're going to add some extra support with some minis as well, so we can fit those in. Add an extra couple in the corners here just to make sure those little skinny bits have the support that they need. There's a couple of little areas there that we can pop those in, so I'm just going to take the opportunity to put in those extra ones just to make sure that that's got plenty of support there. And then we can pop one in between these windows here, because you won't see that, and we can just about fit one on each of these sort of parts of the lighthouse as well, which will give that the support it needs as well. So that should be sufficient. Okay, and obviously we'll have to just take all those off. Doesn't take a minute, so we'll just pop those off. Nice and simple card today. So I hope you caught the last few videos where I've used all the new in colours and some new products along the way and some old favourites. So I'm going to enjoy using those over the next couple of years. Okay, so now we've got our, so that's going to nicely blend in with the black cardstock, so they'll be less visible. Not invisible, but less visible. Oh, that's landed about there, so that's where it's going to go then. Okay, and it's straight. Great. Okay, that's beautiful. And then we just need to stamp a sentiment, but we're going to heat emboss it. Okay, so just going to pop some anti-static powder on that, and we'll use Versamark ink with this lovely "I'm Here For You" sentiment. So lots of light taps on there just to make sure we've coated it nicely with the ink. I've already cut the little what do you call that, banner ridge, so we'll pop that into place there. Make sure the ink's transferred, and we'll use little tweezers from the additions kit and some white embossing powder to tap off the excess, and I like to just apply it a couple of times just to make sure I've got it all. That looks good. We'll tap this away before, so we can pop it away. This contains all any mess, and we'll just heat set that. So this will, the heat gun's going to go on. It's a little loud, so you might want to mute your sound, but we'll get that heated up and heat set. So it's a dull white at the moment, but we'll get it nice and bright white and shiny. There we go. Small sentiment doesn't take long to set. So there we go. I'm here for you. Okay, and then we can just trim that down as close as we dare, really. So I'm just going to use this little mini trimmer I've got. This isn't a Stampin' Up product. It's just nice and convenient for quick little things I need to cut while I'm working, and that's going to go up there like so. So we'll bring in another one of our black dimensionals. I'm going to put one right at the end there, and we're going to put a little bitty one at the other end, which is just going to catch on the edge of that paper here, just to make sure that that's not going to lift at all. And I just want it to line up with that edge, so it's peeking out, casting its own little silhouette there. And I just used the gel pen just to pop in some extra little bits and pieces. They're not going to show up as well on there, but that's fine. We'll pop that on. Gel pen's really cool. It's a nice bright white. Nice, works really well. Okay, so yeah, so rather than adding a whole heap of other bits and pieces to it, that'll do. So that is my card for today, just using those wonderful lighthouses and this gorgeous paper. Isn't that cute? Okay, so yeah, I hope you've enjoyed that and it's given you some inspiration. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and tap that notification bell if you want to see more videos like this. I hope you've enjoyed it. Stay safe, take care, and I'll see you at the next one. Bye bye.